With sound design, a lot of what we're doing is association, and with each different project, when we're presented with a specific kind of colour hue or a specific kind of like treatment on something visual, we really want to kind of bring that to life in whatever way we can. When Pantone approached us to do a project that was based on their new tone of green, we really wanted to get into what does this colour sound like. After being sent quite a lot of samples, a lot of visual cues from it, we wanted to create something that would bring that colour to life sonically. We have this space upstairs which has a lot of greenery. We wanted it to kind of sound like an English countryside scene. You know, we wanted to have this quite constant green noise, which scientifically is supposed to be at 500 hertz, which we tried to kind of like focus this very organic, very kind of natural sounding green hues that shine through all of the audio. I guess like from just looking at like a photograph of some leaves, it's quite difficult to think of what the sound is. But then when you start to expand and think, okay, well, what's just outside the frame of this? What are the sounds that we associate with the space? Then you can start thinking, well, actually, you know, you could have the sound of like a hedge being cut. We found quite a lot of species of birds that would be typically found there, and then panned them and sent them to all the different speakers to create this kind of three-dimensional space. If you close your eyes, you can visualize this kind of quite lush green landscape. Downstairs, the brief was to create something which was like a kind of tropical jungle, something that was awash with life, awash with quite exotic life. So like there were some recordings that I made in the Brazilian jungle last year of like howler monkeys, which I used that kind of very deep, heavy tropical rain, a lot of like crickets and frogs, these kind of things with digging around of it. That sound is panned across the stereo spectrum at one point. Because of the amount of sounds and the amount of like incidental noises which occur in this, like it makes it into something where everyone who walks through it will have a marginally different experience. It's crafting unique sounds in unique spaces that result in ultimately unique moments.